Hey all, I am your Nalini ma'am from Homeschool. Today I am here with model question paper solving for SSLC students, that is class 10 students who are going to write Karnataka board examination, right? Fine. In the previous videos we discussed everything about part A of a question paper and part B of a question paper. Part A, which had weightage of around 28 marks on physics, and part B is all about chemistry chapters, which had a weightage of around 25 marks. And today I am going to discuss everything about part C, that is biology, which has got 27 marks weightage, right? And coming to 27th question, from 27th question you will find in part C. See, there are again here multiple choice questions are there, 1 mark questions, 2 marker questions, 3 marker and 4 marker questions, right? Fine. Coming to multiple choice question, that is 27th question. AIDS is virus disease. AIDS, they have given like this, AIDS is the disease caused by virus. Then what about the disease called warts, right? So how is warts caused? Warts is also caused due to virus only. So there were 4 options: bacteria, fungus, protozoan and virus, right? So definitely you can go for option D, that is virus. Okay, AIDS and warts are caused by virus, whereas gonorrhea and syphilis are bacterial diseases. This is what we studied in our syllabus, right? Okay, so here option D is correct answer. Coming to question number 28, they had given a small food chain here. So look at here. So let me mention the food chain on a board also. So you have algae, which is nothing but a producer, right? And this was eaten up by small insects. So small insects, this is a primary consumer, right? And then this was eaten up by large insects, and finally this was eaten up by small fish, and small fish is eaten up by large fish. Okay, so this is a food chain they have given. And the question that they asked is, the arrangement of trophic levels in this food chain are in increasing order of energy availability, increasing order of both energy and storage of harmful chemicals. Third option, increasing order of storage of harmful chemicals. And fourth one, decreasing order of both energy availability and storage of harmful chemicals. So you should carefully know the concept that as you go from one trophic level to another trophic level, the energy decreases, right? Energy availability always decreases. And the storage of harmful chemicals, always increases. This is what we call biomagnification, right? Storage of harmful chemicals, accumulation of harmful chemicals gradually increases as you go from one trophic level to another trophic level. So the organisms which come in the highest trophic level, topmost trophic level, will have maximum chemicals accumulated in them, right? And this process is called as biomagnification. So which one will be the correct option? Remember the point, guys. Energy availability decreases from bottom trophic level to higher trophic level, and harmful chemical storage increases from one trophic level to another trophic level. So which option seems to be relevant here? It cannot be the first option. I mean, it cannot be A, because they said energy increasing order. No, energy actually decreases. B option also is wrong, because they said increasing order of energy and increasing order of storage of harmful chemicals. That is also wrong. You can go for option C, because they said increasing order of storage of chemicals. So option D is also wrong because they said decreasing order of energy is fine, but availability and storage of harmful chemicals, they said. Okay, decreasing order of storage of harmful chemicals, they said. So that is wrong. D is wrong, A is wrong, B is wrong. So which option seems to be correct here? Definitely option C. So you can go for option C for 28th question. Okay. So now coming to 1 mark question, that is question number 29. Draw the diagram showing the structure of closed stomata. Okay, so you all know what are the important diagrams that can be asked from NCERT textbook, right? So this is from life processes. From the chapter life processes, you need to practice various diagrams. Among them, most important one is open stomata, closed stomata, right? And the cross section of leaf, human heart, human digestive system, that is alimentary canal. Okay, and then respiratory system, excretory system, most importantly nephron diagram. So these are some of the most important diagrams from life process chapter. Okay, so diagram they have asked for 1 mark, very simple. And then question number 30. What is the function of ozone layer? So very simple, ozone layer protects from UV radiation, right? So ozone layer protects us from UV, ultraviolet radiations that comes from a sun. Ultraviolet radiations are very dangerous for animals. So ozone layer is the layer that blocks the UV radiations reaching the earth, right? Fine. Next, question number 31. Rejuvenating ancient water harvesting systems is being encouraged. Why? So very simple, it is because to prevent over exploitation of water resources. Okay, so we need to have water harvesting systems, especially ancient water harvesting systems are more encouraged. It is to prevent. Okay, so I am writing the answer for 31st question. It is to prevent over exploitation. Over exploitation, that means damaging. Okay, over exploitation of water resources. So this sentence you can write as the answer. Fine. Now coming to question number 32. So question number 32 is a 2 mark question. Very simple. What needs of the local people are fulfilled by the forest? This is from the chapter Sustainable Management of Natural Resources. You know, local people who live in a forest definitely depends on a forest. For what purpose they have asked? So definitely the first point you can write is for food, right? So for food and fodder for their animals. Okay, food and fodder. Next, they depend on wood, firewood, timber, and bamboo to construct huts for their dwelling, right? To construct huts. So these are the 2 points you can write because it was asked for 2 marks. Okay. Next, question number 33. So 2 diagrams they have given. Okay, you can see the question on a board. There are 2 diagrams. Spirogyra, it is actually reproduction in Spirogyra they have shown, and the reproduction in Planaria they have shown. And they are asking which methods are they? Are they different from one another, and which methods are they? Yes, definitely they are different. Okay, so both are asexual reproduction. Okay, asexual reproduction methods. So both are different from each other. So you should first mention both are asexual reproduction and they are different from each other. So in Spirogyra, you will observe a reproduction, asexual reproduction called fragmentation. Whereas in Planaria, the reproduction that you will observe is regeneration. And then you can write the definition of fragmentation and regeneration also. So fragmentation is what? Whenever an organism gets matured, its body parts gets divided into fragments, and each fragment will develop into new spirogyra, new organism, right? And regeneration is what? Whenever when an organism is cut by an accident or by chance, each cut part will develop into new organism. Okay, so that is regeneration. So mention your answer like this, and definition of fragmentation and regeneration also you have to mention. Okay, so that is all about 2 mark question. Now let us go for question number 34, okay, which is a 3 mark question. So you have here 3 mark questions. So let us discuss question number 34 now. See students, there are 2 sub questions under question number 34. So question A is very simple. How is vegetative propagation in plants useful in the field of agriculture? See, they are indirectly asking you the advantages of vegetative propagation. 2 simple points I have listed on a board. This you can copy and write as an answer. The first one, plants bear flowers and seeds much early, isn't it? So I have written plants bear flowers and fruits earlier. And the second point, the plants which have lost the capacity to produce seeds, you know, those plants you can grow very easily, comfortably by vegetative propagation, isn't it? So the second point you can look over. Through vegetative propagation, it is possible to produce plants like banana, rose that have lost the capacity to produce the seeds. So these 2 points are the best points that you can select to write the answer. That's all about question A. And coming to question B, a very simple question. Consistency of DNA copying is important during reproduction. Why? See, DNA copying is very essential process during sexual reproduction, isn't it? So why is DNA copying essential? Because to maintain the same type of body design in our future generation, isn't it? So we are actually the blueprint of our parents. We have same body design as that of our parents. So why did we get this body design just like our parents? It is because of the process called DNA copying. Okay, so you can write the easiest points this way. Reproduction. See, point number 1 is reproduction involves the production of offsprings which are exactly similar to parents. Point 2, the exact blueprint of a body design is inherited. That means we will get that body design in offsprings due to DNA copying. Okay, so since this question carries just 1.5 mark, you can write these 2 points. These are more than enough. Okay, fine. And coming to OR question. So you have a OR question here, right? So A under OR question, it's also about DNA. Okay, how do germ cells receive half the amount of DNA? What is the need of this process? So we have studied that the germ cells, that means sperm and egg, are haploid, isn't it? So haploid, which are haploid, sperm and egg, they are called as germ cells. Whereas other cells are diploid. Okay, so diploid in the sense having complete set of chromosomes. So human beings, in all the cells you will have 46 chromosomes, whereas in sperm and egg you have only 23 chromosomes. Okay, so complete set of chromosomes in the sense it's 46. Half of this is 23. So when sperm and egg has 23 chromosomes, they are called as haploid. So what they are asking you is, how do they get half of the gene? Okay, so from normal cells, sperm and eggs are produced. Okay, but they have only half the gene. So by which process the complete set becomes half? It is by a special type of cell division called meiosis. Okay, so because of this cell division meiosis, half the amount of gene will be present in germ cells, that is egg and sperm. So the first point what I have written, see, you can write this way: germ cells receive half the amount of DNA by a cell division process called meiosis. Okay, so why is this half the amount of gene very much essential in the germ cells? It is because to help to maintain number of chromosomes and DNA content in the future generation. Because when egg combines with a sperm, you will get a new individual, that is zygote, right? So the zygote, if it has to behave as a human being, it should also have 46 chromosomes, isn't it? So our future generation also must contain 46 chromosome. Only then you can call them as humans. So if egg had 46 and sperm had 46, then the 46 chromosomes will not be maintained in the future generation. It becomes double, right? So that should not happen. So to maintain the constant number of chromosomes in the future generation, you know, definitely they should have only half the amount of gene or chromosomes. Only then it is possible. Okay, so these are the 2 points you can copy down and write. Next, I think one more answer is missed out here, right? Yes, B question. How does menstruation in women occurs? See, this is also very simple. So how does menstruation occurs? I'll write the point here. When egg is not fertilized, when egg is not fertilized, what happens? The lining of uterus breaks down and comes out as blood and mucus, from vagina, right? So this is called menstruation. So whenever egg do not meet with a sperm, that is what we call fertilization. So when egg is not fertilized, what happens? The uterine wall which was prepared to carry the embryo, that uterine wall will slowly break down and that will come out as blood and mucus through vagina, and this process is what we call menstruation. Okay, so this you can write it as an answer. So that is all about 34th question. Now we will go for 35th question, which is quite important, and it was asked indirectly, right? So let me write the answer for 35th question point by point so that you can copy the answer or take a screenshot. Okay, I'll read out the 35th question here. How phototropism, thigmotropism and chemotropism are coordinated in the apparent movement of creepers towards a particular direction. So you all know how a creeper grows, right? So imagine this is a support. Creeper always needs a support, right? Creepers always climb. To climb, it needs a support. So suppose if this is a creeper, okay, it is getting coiled around a support. So it grows in a particular direction. Okay, so as you provide a support, you know, it grows in that direction, right? So this growth of creeper depends on 3 stimuli. One is light, it depends on chemicals, and it also depends on a touch. Okay, so the growth of creeper definitely depends on phototropism, then chemotropism and thigmotropism. So how it depends on them, that is what they are asking you. Okay, so here I have listed the points in a simplest possible way. Look at point number 1. First you define the tropisms. Okay, so movement of plant part in response to light is called phototropism. So how phototropism is helpful for the growth of a climber, that you explain now. See, I have written the point. When light falls on a tip of a tendril or creeper, suppose if this is a tip of a tendril, when light falls on a tip, a growth hormone called auxins are formed. So at the tip, auxins are formed, and auxins are sensitive to light. Okay, so what they will do, auxins which are produced here will move from the tip to shady area. They move away from the light. Okay, so they move to a shady area. In a shady area, now you have lots of auxins, so cell elongation takes place. Okay, and it allows the creeper to grow. Okay, so that is how creeper moves further and it gets coiled again on a support. Okay, so that's what I have written. See, when light falls on a tip of a tendril, a growth hormone called auxins are formed, which diffuses to shady area. That means they move from tip to shady area and allows the creeper to grow longer, because in the shady area, cell elongation takes place, cell division takes place. That's how in the shady area, this part will grow. As this part grows, the tip will move further and gets coiled on a support. Okay, so that is how phototropism is observed in the growth of a creeper. Now let us talk about the thigmotropism here. Movement of plant part in response to touch is called as thigmotropism. So when tendrils come in contact with the support, a part of a tendril away from the support grows rapidly. Okay, so not the tip, a part away from the tendril, because in this area you have lots of auxins. So here the growth takes place, not at the tip. So as the part away from the tip is growing, the tip will move further and gets coiled around the surface. So that is what here the thigmotropism. And now how chemotropism happens here. Movement of plant part in response to chemicals is called chemotropism. Growth of creepers also depends on calcium gradient in the cells. Okay, so calcium gradient in the sense difference in the calcium ions. Difference in calcium ions. Okay, so due to the difference in calcium ions, the growth happens in a creeper. Okay, so that is also for growth, even the difference in the calcium ions also necessary. So this is how you will observe chemotropism also in the growth of a creepers. Okay, so this is how you can present the answer. If you want, you can take the screenshot of the answer, or you can write the points as it is in the book. You can pause the video and copy down the points. Fine. Now the next question number 36, it's a diagram. Draw the diagram showing the structure of human brain. Label the following parts: cerebrum and cerebellum. So human brain is very, very important, guys. Definitely one question may come from human brain concept, either diagram or they may ask you functions of different parts. Okay, so here they have asked you to draw the diagram. If not diagram, there are three major parts in human brain, forebrain, that is cerebrum, midbrain, hindbrain. Hindbrain again has three parts, that is cerebellum, pons, medulla. So they'll ask you the functions of cerebrum or the functions of pons. Functions of cerebellum is very, very important, which helps us to maintain body balance, isn't it? It helps in the body posture and body balance. And functions of medulla is also very important. Medulla controls involuntary actions such as sneezing, vomiting, right, digestion, etc. That's all about 36th question. Coming to 37th question, it is a 4-marker question. So let us discuss. Again, you have A and B. So now let me try to write the answers in a point wise. Here even this 37th question is very simple. They are asking you what is the important function of villi and alveoli in our body. Villi is the one which you will see in small intestine. Alveoli is the functional unit of lungs, isn't it? It is found in lungs. So what is the use of villi? Villi absorbs the nutrients, isn't it? So what is a villi? First you write the definition. the inner lining of the small intestine has many finger-like projections called villi. So what is the use of villi? Villi increases surface area for absorption of nutrients. So to absorb more and more nutrients, villi is helpful. Okay, so villi is for improving, it is for increasing surface area for absorption of nutrients. Okay, so this is the main point that you have to write. Coming to alveoli. Alveoli is a bag-like structure present or sac-like structure present in a lung. It is a structural and functional unit, right? So what happens in alveoli? In alveoli, exchange of gases takes place. So alveoli is completely surrounded by blood vessels. Okay, so oxygen goes into blood vessel, and from blood vessel carbon dioxide enters into alveoli. So look at here, the alveoli in lungs provide a surface where exchange of gases takes place. So about a villi, this is a key word or key sentence, and about alveoli, this is a key sentence. Exchange of gases takes place, and here it provides a maximum surface area for absorption of nutrients. Okay, fine. And now there is a B question here. So the B question is very simple. Explain the structure and function of nephron. So what is a nephron? Nephron, don't get confused between nephron and neuron. Neuron is brain cell, whereas nephron is present in kidney. Okay, so nephron is the structural and functional unit of kidney. Structural and functional unit of kidney. Okay, it helps in the filtration of blood. It helps in filtration of blood, isn't it? So what are the different parts of nephron? You have glomerulus, Bowman's capsule, convoluted tubule, okay, or tubular part, that is what is mentioned in a textbook. Okay, tubular part, I am talking about tubular part, can also be called as convoluted tubule. And collecting duct. Okay, so what you have to write is the function. What is the use of glomerulus? Here the major filtration takes place, right? So the filtrate will enter into Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule collects the filtrate. Then in tubular part, what happens? Whatever the nutrients that had come out in urine, everything gets reabsorbed. Water reabsorption, nutrient reabsorption takes place. And collecting duct will collect the waste urine, right? So through the collecting duct only, the urine enters into ureter, then urethra, and then it comes out, right? So all that in a simple sentences you can mention their function. Okay, so this completes your question B. And you have OR question here. So OR question is also very simple. So let me erase this first. See, look at the first question. What is the importance of transpiration? So you can mention any 2 points here. Transpiration is nothing but the movement of water and minerals from roots to leaves, isn't it? So why is transpiration important? It helps in absorption and movement of water and minerals. Always write the answers point wise. It will help you to gain the mark. Okay, from where to where water and minerals will move? From roots to leaves. Okay, this is first point. And transpiration is also helpful in regulating the temperature. To keep the temperature constant. Which temperature? Atmospheric temperature. To keep the temperature of atmosphere constant, cool, transpiration is responsible. So these are the 2 points you can write. Next, what else they are asking? This is A, question A, and question B is How does translocation of materials takes place by phloem tissue? Translocation is what? Transport of food, right? Transport of food from leaves to other parts of a plant. Other parts of a plant is called as translocation. This is called translocation, and this translocation is carried out by a special tissue called phloem. So mention a point about phloem, okay, and then mention what will happen. So using energy called ATP, the food will move to sieve tubes, right? Food will move to sieve tubes with the help of companion cells, and then water also moves into sieve tubes, and then what happens there? Generates a difference in the osmotic pressure in the cells. So due to the difference in the osmotic pressure, the food will move from one sieve tube to another sieve tube, and so the transfer of food takes place from leaves to other body parts. Okay, so all these are, it's very famous question, so you all would be knowing the answer. That's why I'm not writing on a board. Okay, so that is all about question number 37. Now let us go back to question number 38, which is a 5-marker question. Okay, but very simple question. This is from the chapter Heredity and Evolution. So this 5-marker question again has 2 parts here. Okay, A and B. Look at A, it's very simple. Tall pea plant is crossed with short pea plant. What type of the plants will obtain in F1 generation? Write the genetic makeup of this progeny. So very simple. Parents are tall versus dwarf. Genotype was given capital T, and here small t. So definitely in F1 generation you will get capital T, small t. That means all F1 plants are tall with genotype. They are asking genetic makeup, no? Genetic makeup in the sense genotype you have to mention. With the genotype capital T, small t. So this is your answer, guys. So they are asking what type of plants you will get in F1 generation, right? What type of plants you will get? Tall plants. And genetic makeup they are asking. So what is the genetic makeup? Capital T, small t. That's it. So they are not even asking about F2 generation. Okay, that is not necessary. Now you can go for B question. So they have given for limbs of frog, okay, wings of bird, wings of bat, forelimbs of lizard. Pair them as analogous and homologous organs. Give reason for your pairing. So there are 4 parts given. Forelimb of frog, wings of bird, wings of bat, forelimb of lizard. So you have to categorize among the 4 which 2 of them come under analogous organs and which 2 of them come under homologous organs. Okay, so definitely forelimb of a frog and forelimb of a lizard. Forelimb of lizard. Okay, so these both will be called as homologous organs. They are homologous organs. Then which are analogous organs here? Wings of bird and wings of bat. Wings of bird and wings of bat. Both of them come under analogous organs. Analogous organs. Okay. So, and they are asking what is the reason for your categorization. So, you just have to give the definition of homologous organs. See, both of them have same origin but different function, isn't it? So, they have same body design and different function. See, same origin, okay, or same structure, same structural design, but different function. So this is what you have to write. And here why they both are analogous? They have different body design, but same function. Okay, so just the definitions of homologous organs and analogous organs you have to mention. So this becomes an answer. So as a whole, I think even the bio part, none of the questions are indirect except question number 35, that phototropism, thigmotropism and chemotropism, how they are coordinated in growth of climbers. So that is quite tricky. I mean, you have to think, you should really know the concept for writing an answer. Except that remaining all questions are very, very direct. Okay, so as a whole, I can say model question paper is not very difficult and not very, very easy also. So you should definitely know the concept. So be prepared for the boards. So I may come up with some of the revision videos and etc. So you have complete source in our channel to learn the science concepts in a best possible way. Use the content to the maximum extent and share the videos with your friends also. Let everybody learn in a better way. So all the best. Keep learning. See you all with the next video. Thank you so much.